The Battle of Austerlitz can be considered one of the most decisive engagements of the Napoleonic era. The Grand Army isolated at the full extent of its lines of communication, with an array of forces opposing with superior numbers. At Austerlitz, Napoleon tempted the combined Austrian and Russian army into attacking before they could be reinforced, and despite their inferiority in numbers, Napoleon claimed a decisive victory. In essence, this was gained by the Allied army overextending itself to engage the flanks of the French force, which then in turn struck hard at the Allied centre and severed the combined Russian and Austrian army in two. The battle therefore represents not only a success against a force which was numerically superior, but also a triumph in which some 36,000 Allied soldiers were captured, wounded or killed. Hello everyone, welcome to a 33rd historical line battle. It is 1805 and things are afoot. Anyway, unfortunately due to a slight miscommunication by me, because it's possible I'm an idiot, well it's not possible, it's actually quite likely, a little bit later I missed the first round sadly, so we are on the next stage, stage 2. And who's this young fellow? There's Russian from 3PP. Now, let's go and see, because obviously you can see a bit of team killing going on. People are getting themselves sorted out. The usual standard fare. And there we have it. The standard mass murdering that is always the case. In the middle. Oh, lovely. In the middle and in between rounds, I suppose you could say. Random horsey. Hello, horse. So, here we go. This, ladies and gentlemen, is stage 2. Stage 2. Securing Sokolnitz. Another village along the French right is also attacked in force by the Allies. The village of Sokolnitz is surrounded by many key fords and a castle, which both sides must attempt to secure. So, here we go. Right, so let's get an idea, because obviously it's the French versus the Russians. And let's see who's over here on the right hand side. There is the 32nd, a Rennick or a Rennick. There's Soldat Niggles, fine name. Fusilier James Oakwood, also of the 32nd. Who's carrying the flag? Maxiles, Bombardier. Now, who are these fine fellows? It's the 3PP. Look at this double line. Don't they look wonderful? Led by the erstwhile Smithy. Look at that. Doesn't she look lovely this evening? Drummers by the side. There's Cram. Holding the flag. Sarnie Wiltshire. Or Wiltshire? Not sure. Not sure. Pronunciation's not really my best suit, as you guys are probably very well aware. Oh, goodness me. It's Black from the 73rd. And over here we have, of course, the 32nd and another detachment of the 32nd. So, these guys getting themselves all set up. And through the fog, the troops will arrive, their opponents will appear. And let's see. Who's this fine fellow on a horse? It's Cheese of the 1st ELVN. Queen's Royal Artillery. There's Louis Salazar, Colonel of the Vieille Garde, followed by a gentleman with a large pole. There's Logan Ardon, Diardon, not sure. There, of course, is Dubois. There's Socrates. There's Louis. There's Giscard Nardin, Lafritte, and who's at the end? Charles de la Terre. So, the fine detachment of the Vieille Garde out there doing their thing. So, who are these fellows in their lovely double line? It's the 3PP. God, look how many there are. What a fantastic turnout for the 3PP. Oh, that's just great. Look at that Meow Telex. with the fine medicing work being done. There's Smithy, checking to make sure he knows where the enemy is. The puffs of smoke you can see on the horizon. A few people taking bullets. But look at this. Double line of the 3PP. Looking absolutely glorious this evening. Look at all these fine, brave fellows and ladies. Well, precisely. So you can see the cavalry now is kind of just circling, waiting for an opportunity to get in there and essentially diddle somebody with their large cavalry sabres. So we're just going to have to wait and see what's going on, and we'll follow these guys, see what they're up to. So here you have Black from the 73rd. Now, let's just wait and see what happens, because there's Taufik. There's Taufik again. Oh, there's Richie. And we've got Dudinot, or Dudino. Extremes in there as well. Closer. Akalas. Slovak 232 and Sergeant Scott. So that's the 73rd. Now, what's this? What's going on over here by the river? There is foot paddery at work. They're up to something, you just know it. Oh, it's the French. And it's the man who's running the event, Lieutenant Colonel Kincaid, along with other members of the 33rd Regiment. And there, Lieutenant Blaze, leading the other detachment of the 33rd. With Bruce Almighty, and carrying the flag is King George. So this is the 33rd, making use of the bank and the hills to kind of mask their approach to the enemy. See, tic-tacs, that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Napoleonic tic-tacs. So, you can see they're using the bushes to try and mask their approach. Their quarry could be up on the hill here, but we've obviously seen a few murderizations occurred courtesy of a cavalry bayonet. Or sorry, cavalry sabre, I should say. Oh dear, the 1Y. A few guys taking a few bullets here. Yet down goes Mega Man. And other members of the 33rd here. Private Regulation. Corporal Alec. And they're continuing to try and push their advantage right now, as it looks like the VA Guard are up against the 33rd. Who's this fine fellow? There's Nicologas from the 1Y, who seems to have misplaced his friends. Oh, a couple of horse corpses by the looks of it over here. Correction, French corpses. Now, let's see. Here is the 73. And moving away is the 32nd. Yeah, still commanded by Owenik. So, as you can see, 68 versus 66. So, it's still pretty even. Oh, goodness me. There's some murdering going on over here. Oh, fine murdering going into poor old Cheese there. From the Queen's Royal Artillery. Lieutenant Blaze in the 33rd, doing him a number. There's Colonel Derpy Yordi. Fine name. And there's Finley Spritz, Fusilier of the 33rd. Who's this fellow? There's Flashcoms. And Greek Debt. Will we never get rid of Greek Debt? And there's Duffman as well. And Tylerus, Ensign of the 33rd. Doesn't he look handsome? That fine uniform. So. Oh, goodness me, the 33rd getting into a bit of a punch-up. Let's see what's going on over here. There's Kenny going in with a little bit of bayonet-y fun. And Maxiles currently running backwards, understandably. Looking for that all-important dive in there to get that very, very important first stab. Get the advantage on their enemy. Look at that, trying to get round on the inside. Oh, dear. This is not looking good for Maxiles currently. Oh, looking very bad for him. Oh, look at that, a fine stab, but now he's got reinforcements. So the boot is on the other foot. Oh! Oh, that was harsh. And now you can see these fine fellows currently running backwards. The 73rd. And there you can see other members of the 33rd now being mercilessly chased down, run to ground. But here come the reinforcements in for the stabby goodness we've come to expect from Napoleonic Wars. There's Black looking for an opportunity for a quick stab and grab. And there's Fizzwet. Could be Fusilier veteran. Not sure. But either way, he's a member of the 3PP. And Ukika Frost. We'll just call him Frost. Much easier. There's Slovak 232. Fine recruit of the 32nd. Despite being ginger. But, oh goodness. Down goes Adam, and Sneaky Fellow is felled. Who's this last man standing here? It's Crusher P, Lance Corporal of the 33rd. Oh dear. Oh, fine stabbing coming in from the Lance Corporal. Oh, look at that turn and the twist and the stab. Fantastic stuff to watch. Look at this. Now he's got reinforcements coming in. He's going to be a problem. And he's stabbed brutally in the testicles and goes down. As indeed you can imagine he would. Oh, goodness, look out. Look out for the attack bush. It's full of Frenchmen. My bush is full of Frenchmen. Oh, dear, that cannot be good. Let's find out what's going on. As these guys from the 33rd. There's Scarhead. Absolute meme, Fusilier. Taking pot shots at the enemy. Who's currently dancing around like Michael Flatley to try and avoid those bullets. That's Messius. And look at these fellows. There's Neat from 3PP. Oh, there's flag work going on over here. They're lining up and the fire is going into the enemy. And the fire is coming back from the enemy. Oh, that's not so good. But now they're charging for the attack. They're waiting. Sergeant Major Burns of the 33rd goes in for the nice stab there on the back. And then, unfortunately, gets stabbed in the chest. So it's looking not so great. Oh, was that a team kill? Yes, it was. Frost killed a killed a teammate. Oh, and then died horribly for his crimes. Courtesy of a large 17-incher to the bottom. So there you have it. That is the end of stage 2. When we move on to the next stage. And we have returned with the next stage. Stage 3, Bagration's Offensive. In an attempt to fully encircle the French, the Russians, under Bagration, also commit to heavily engaging the French left. Sweeping hills and plains allow large amounts of cavalry to be committed. Bit of scrubland, bit of grass. Let's go find some horses. Here they are. The Queen's Royal Artillery. Thomas again. And Thomas, please don't tell me they're all called Thomas. No, they're not. McBeef. What a fine name, sir. There's Mosi. And also in there is Grax. And they're now running off. Oh my goodness, it's the doorstop heads. There's Scorch from the 5TEPB. Fine fellows, look at them. Moving out, Tail End Charlie is Lieutenant Andy. Over here we have other members. The 73E moving out. There's Extreme. And you've got Closer. Scott. And at the back, there is Udino. Well, precisely. Couldn't agree more. So, let's go and have a look around. Oh, hello, it's the 3PP. Now, there's Major. There's the Dr. Telex. There, of course, the fine drummer. Going to see some drumming work being done. Singular lack of drumming. Oh, there we go. And some fifing as well coming in from Russian. Fantastic stuff. Look at this. Over supporting them is the 73, 73rd, and behind them cavalry to provide them with a little bit of extra support. What's going on here? Oh, look at this. It's Paul Q from the KHJ. Fine fellows along with DJ Garden Gnome and Tailman. Also of the KHJ. Fine fellows. Look at these brave souls. Always nice to see all the regiments, of course, the smallest ones as well, just as much as all the big ones. And they're going to cozy up to the VA Guard. And there is the Colonel, Luis Salazar. And goodness me, what do you know, he missed with the pistol. Who would have thunk it? So Paul Q and the lads trying to get themselves into a good position. Forming a line, taking up, and look at that! KHJ with a long distance kill onto the enemy. Fantastic stuff. He's going to be so pleased with that. However, you can see over here, as a guy in a noisy motorcycle breaks our immersion, there is cavalry. And look at this. The cavalry continuing to circle around each other. 30-second. And this is the thing, because they've got to look for an opportunity to try and take out the line if they can. But also the trouble is they know as soon as they do that, there's a danger that the enemy cavalry is going to jump on that opportunity to charge in and slaughter them to a man. Now, this is the thing that they need to worry about, but drive-by cavalry. And they continue to circle, dragging all the dust up. Oh, fantastic volley coming in from the 3PP. Look at these guys, don't they look amazing? So, here's a Wennick, and there we go. They've managed to find a line. It's the 33rd. Private Regulation trying to survive the onslaught of many, many clippity-clops. Oh dear, that's not good. Yep, he didn't survive that one, sadly. Who else is left? But we move over to the 92nd. Here's Braveheart and Private Itchy. Now, who's leading these fellows? There's Gummy Me of the 92nd. And look at this lovely double line coming in from the 92nd. Lieutenant Felix controlling the lads, giving them the orders. There's the surgeon, Nurse Silver. Have to say, very bearded nurse, obviously. And another beautiful volley coming in from the 92nd. So, let's go and have a look around. Here's Sergeant Major Burns and members of the 33rd. Doctoring is... the doctor is in. Look at this. It's Sir Hobbits of the 92nd. He's coming in. He's throwing some drugs in your general direction. He's whacking a bandage on your arm. He's stemming that horrible bleeding and giving last rites to those who don't really stand much chance. Oh, that's just taking the piss out of the doctor, killing somebody right in front of him. But look at this. The dedication of the doctors must not be discounted, as Major Burns gets a quick bandaging as well. Oh, well, it's coming into these guys. Who's the brave soul holding the flag? Troll Prezes, Fusilier and Medic. Okay, what's going on here? FNAP may have crashed. Too busy for napping. So, we look over to McBeef, who is currently trying to take a McSlice out of somebody with his cavalry saber with the extra long length for that reach off the side of the horse to slaughter their enemy. Green car, look at that. Carrying the tricolor with, of course, the fine emblazoned Golden Eagle on the top. Oh, hello. It's the 33rd in place with Lieutenant Blaze and Troll Prezes. So, taking pot shots at these fellows up the far side here. Now, let's look around. There's Veteran Tim. As the 3PP continue to lay down serious amounts of volleys. Fantastic to see. Ah, look at this. They hear their quarry. As now leading him out, Lieutenant Felix, looking as buxom as ever. Doesn't she look lovely? Green car again. There's Tingles. There's Winston. Croxy, Potato, Mad Cokes, and lovely volley coming in from the lads. Oh goodness me, Svetu, Fusilier veterans coming in, and it looks like the 3PP. Look at this, You can see they're suffering a few casualties from holding their position. Lost at least 3 men. And the doctor working... Oh no. Oh dear. Working full time to keep those that are standing to remain standing. No easy... Oh, goodness me. There's a little butt action going on. And look at that. Lewis with a classic bit of butt action. Taking down his enemy. So, there's Derpy Yordi. Now you've got these guys moving in behind or to one side, the 33rd. Far behind them, although not that too far, it's the 92nd. So they've got a decent amount of support on the left flank. And they're going to have some support maybe on the right flank. We'll have to wait and see. But, let's see if we can get a general idea of numbers. Now we've got 27 for the Russians and 35 for the French. So, it's going to be an all charge, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Charging into battle. Following the lads as they make their way in. Don't they look all heroic? Standing, waiting for the inevitable. And there they go. Oh, that was a bullet shot. That wasn't fair. Just imagine if Napoleon did an all charge. I suppose Ney's cavalry attack was kind of that. I don't know, it's difficult to say. But anyway, see if we can get an idea of numbers-wise, how they're doing. Oh, there's some furious drumming. The drummers staying back, out of the way, as drummers don't get any love these days. As the battle continues nearby, could it be that Graham will be the only man left standing? Although that may not be the case for long. There we go. He picks up a musket and he's going in for the stab and kills one. This could be the last man standing down. Look at that. 2v2. Clutch time, boys and girls. Clutch time. Fun block. Oh, look at that. Down goes one. And now it's the drummer. Can the drummer survive? He does. Oh, my God. The drummer survives. Wow, there is hope after all, boys and girls. Well, here we are on the next stage. This is stage 5. Assault attack on Pratzen. The morning fog having disguised the strength of the French centre, Saab's corps begins an all-out offensive on the Allied centre, the Pratzen Heights. Limited troops remain on the heights to attempt to repel the assault. So, let's see what's going on as the fine fellows of the French army get themselves organised into their various regiments. The lines taking shape. There's the 33rd, Marksman Douglas. There's Ensign Tylerus. The 33rd detachment there. Over here, the 92nd. Oh God, what are they up to? Look at these guys doing their calisthenics. Got to get warmed up. Ready for the battle. Nice double line from the 32nd. Whoa, hang on. 33rd there. And who are these fellows? It's another section of the 32nd and the 33rd with their space lines. Look at that. Lovely stuff. Now you can see moving out. And the lines are being prepared. Ready. Thank you, motorcycle. Oh, goodness me, it's Tauf of the 73rd. Plancerca, Sergeant Major. There's Lieutenant Blaze. Oh, look, the standard Mountain Blade Twitch. Lance Corporal of Horse. Mr. Duffman. 33rd, look at these fine fellows in their breeches. Don't they look wonderful? They're just literally just sitting there waiting. Well, they're not sitting, they're just literally amusing each other. And amusing themselves. He's stuck. Oh, he's ruined it now. Oh, it's King George. King George got involved. So here are the French forces ready to repel borders. And there's Lieutenant Blaze. So Austria, feel free to open fire when we cross the river. So let's go and see. Let's go and see what the Russians are up to. Oh, hello. Look at these fellows. Through the spyglass, Scorch looks for the enemy. There's the KHJ, Paul Q and friends. Of course, Garden Gnome and Tailman. Ready to go. And look at this. There you can see. Crossing the river now. The bullets rattling around the camera. Are they going to have to move down from the hill? Because the French could potentially move up one side of the hill to get a slightly better position on them. Oh, look at that. A kill on poor old Exo from that distance. Very impressive play there by the members of the 3PP. Now, if they got to here, this could be a better situation because there wouldn't be the height disadvantage that they have now. What are they planning? Here they are, marching towards the enemy. Look at all these fellows, brave souls, one and all. There's Plan Zerka. And there's Lieutenant Blaze, fine moustache. And there's Tylorus. What's going on over here? Supak and the boys. There's Colonel Spoons, of course. The commander, leader of the 33rd. And some fire going in, and it looks like they've lost Gomez on the hill. LG play right there. Long distance shooting with a musket. I mean, you'd say that's what? 300, maybe 400 yards? Which is pretty impressive, I have to say. He probably had to aim like up there in order to actually hit him, but you know, whatever. And there's the pistol. There you go. You've scared the enemy now. You've fired a pistol at them. It probably only went about there. But never mind. As down goes another one. Commissaire Badger. Commissaire Badger is no more. And now the French move up even further. As here you can see Giscane Ardent or Ardennes. There's Charlie. And here, Sergeant Major Irishman of the 33rd. Oh dear. Feel free to extend the line. Whoever misses. So now you can see the French forces moving up towards the hill, held by the Russians. Look at this. Oh, the volleys, they're so nice. Wonderful, wonderful volleys. As moving up on the right-hand side to form a line is the 32nd. The flag being held by veteran Nick Cole. Look at this. The doctoring continues, unabated, with a fine name for a doctor, Private Anthrax. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Unfortunate naming convention there. Oh dear. There's some casualties around here, boys and girls. There you go, you can see now. Members of the 33rd, nearby Findlay and Bruce Almighty, are falling. There's the tag trying to avoid those bullets. Commanding officer is now being debagged. Oh dear. Oh, Napoleonic Wars, God we love you. So here you can see Avanek. And look at this, the 33rd now moving up on the flank. As I was saying before, also nearby is the Lieutenant Mal of the 92nd. Private Bax 15 and Gummy Me. Oh no! They lost a member of the 33rd as they climb up the hill. Oh no, Spoons is down. Splash one Spoons. Followed obviously by the inevitable Death Teabag. So here they are moving in on the flank. They are losing men as they make their way up. D-Day Dan, one of the latest to fall. And look at these Frenchmen going up the hill. Slow down from the crawl up there. Waiting for them. Not looking to give any quarter. The defenders. And look at this. Defending the right flank is the QRA 35th. Oh, down go two members of the 35th as the fire comes in from the 33rd, taking down multiple members of that regiment. So the 35th coming under fire. Let's see, now they decide to back off as the flank is in danger of being pushed even further now. Oh my goodness, it's a herd of Frenchmen. Look at this. Just glorious to watch. Look at this. Over the hill come a million Frenchmen. As the flag has been stolen, the colours have been dropped in the field. And currently this gentleman is cheesing it. McBeef does not wish to get sliced. He is running as fast as his little beefy legs will carry him. Understandably so. He's now got Connor Robb after him. And Luis P. There we go. He turns to fight. And he's murdered horribly. So. There you have it. That is the end of that stage. And we go on to the next one. And we return to the battle, the next stage. And here we are, as the guys get themselves ready. Imperial Guard counterattack. Soult, having smashed through the centre of the Allied army by capturing the heights of Pratzen, he is almost guaranteed complete victory. All that stands in his way of the Allied flanks each being picked off is the last reserve for the Allies, the Russian Imperial Guard. So, let's see. The French fellows getting themselves sorted. Well, this guy seems to be Billy No Mates. There's... Oh, no! He's suicided. Oh, heavens, look at these fellows. Oh, my goodness, random horn work. We approve of the use of the horn. Joseph Mott of the VA Guard. And they're all in his lights. Look at this. There's M. Lyle. Lieutenant Colonel. Now. Oh, heavens. What happened there? That kind of went suddenly bad. What's going on? Oh no, Spoons, really? Oh, Spoons. It's not even 3 minutes and he's dead already. In fact, it's not even 2 minutes. Oh, poor Spoons. Gets to sit out and scratch himself while the rest of the round is played. There's Green Car from the 92nd, and the 92nd are suffering that casualties. Hand over fist right now. Over here on the right, a detachment of the 33rd. Moving up. Even closer is the section here of the 1Y. And there is recruit Nicologus. And there's Kotko. Now. Oh, goodness me, the 3PP. Oh, what is it with the 33rd and bushes? Don't even want to know. Here is the 3PP. Oh, goodness me, they're taking bullets as they make their way past the 5TEPB. And look at that. Here they are, hiding their numbers in the undergrowth. As these guys stand out here bravely, the flag held by Maximus blowing in the wind. As you can see here, Darn Ninja of the 32nd. You can see them basically moving up a bit closer now as they're trying to get in and deal with the likes of the enemy, especially that cavalry. The cavalry's going to cause them problems. Drive-bys. Oh no. You can see there they've just lost one of their own. One of the Frenchmen's gone down. Here's Semyev. Oh, down he goes. He's down, but he's up very quickly indeed. He's now going to be looking for another horse. Grand Theft Horsey. Oh, he got it. Oh, he Grand Theft Horsey'd right in front of his teammate. Poor McBeef. McBeef is currently lacking a horse. He needs a side order of horse on his McBeef. But he's going to hide in the bushes. Is this tactic of ninja-like beef going to work? We'll have to wait and see. He's probably given away by that large indicator on the top of his head. He's probably not going to help. But he might get lucky, you never know. This could be the most audacious tactic in Napoleonic War battle history. But no, he doesn't stay out there for too long. He's now going to go in there. Is he going to steal the tricolour? No, he steals a musket. And decides to get in with the battle. And who's this man fighting for his life? It's Douglas of the 33rd. Until he gets a rifle butt in the face, courtesy of the Viegard. And there you have it. That stage is over pretty damn fast. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That has been the 33rd historical event for this week. My thanks, obviously, to Spoons, Kincaid, King George, and all the members of the 33rd and every regiment that attended. Thank you for continuing to make Napoleonic Wars wonderful and keeping interest alive. And obviously shooting your teammates. All part of the Napoleonic War experience. Anyway, thank you for watching. My apologies I missed the first round. That was a little bit of a misunderstanding by myself. I turned up 10 minutes late. I thought it was going to start at a certain time. And it didn't. It actually started 10 minutes earlier. So, yeah, I'm an idiot. What can I say? Anyway, moving on from that completely unsurprising piece of information. I hope you've enjoyed today's Napoleonic Wars. And we'll see you again for more, hopefully very soon. Take care, everyone. See you later.